I'll be discussing skin bleaching and how it affects people of color in all social, mental, and physical aspects. Now, leading up to this event, I was inviting my friends and my teachers to come learn about skin bleaching on a Saturday morning at school. And I'm not lying when I say that some of them were truly surprised and even confused as to why I would choose such a topic. Some didn't even know what skin bleaching was. And this is when I realized that this topic is perceived and understood differently in various people's cultural norms and overall demands more attention. What is skin bleaching? Let's address the topic itself first. Skin bleaching is the practice of using substances, creams, or physical treatments to lighten skin color. It is a dangerous task, as you can see above. Some reported side effects after extended use include chemical burns, scarring, kidney failure, fungal and bacterial infections, and permanent skin discoloration. Many of these products even contain dangerous chemicals like mercury and hydroquinone. However, business is booming. In 2015, a report by global industry analysts set the worth of the skin whitening industry at $10 billion. According to a 2010 BBC News article, the so-called Snow White syndrome in India is a market where sales of skin whitening creams are far surpassing those of Coca-Cola and tea. These harmful creams and treatments are used by an astonishing amount of men and women around the world. The World Health Organization did a report in 2016 that found that nearly 75% of Nigerians actively use these products. As shocking as these numbers may be, the problem spreads through any part of the world where there are people of color. All around the world, people are spending lots and lots of money to damage their skin. And the thing we need to ask ourselves is why? Those who didn't possess light skin in the past in many different societies were viewed as low, poor, or old. It was believed that those who had light skin could afford to stay indoors, while those who had tan skin had to labor outside in the fields for a living. Today, skin tone is still a large determinant in social class. We can see it in India in the caste system, where people of higher caste tend to possess lighter skin than their counterparts. We can see it in East Asia, in which nearly all the top performers are significantly more pale than their average citizens. People who bleach their skin share this common notion that applying chemical lighteners to their skin will make them more attractive and desirable, maybe even paving the road for a better life. Now, what I mean by a better life is a life that embodies their careers, relationships, and senses of self-worth. Society equates lighter skin with attractiveness, intelligence, and competency, all while associating a bleak picture with those who have darker skin. Studies show darker-skinned Americans continue to fare worse than the lighter-skinned African Americans in dynamics shaping society, from pay and jail time to self-confidence and rates of marriage. It's all rooted to a malignant concept referred to as colorism, a relatively new social issue, which is the idea that people with the same racial background will discriminate against one another because of the color or tone of their skin. Colorism can actually affect one's odds of success more than their race in all environments, including the workplace, community, and school. This is me at age 8. I'm in elementary school in this picture. When I was in elementary school, I played outside a lot, as most kids tend to do. My summers were spent swimming, biking, and going to outdoors amusement parks. So logically, my parents smeared SPF 50 sunscreen all over my face and body, all while I complained and whined about how uncomfortable and gross it felt. This is so you don't darken in the sun, they hushed me in Korean. Before I knew that sunscreen was meant to protect the skin from UV rays, I first knew it as something that kept your skin and face pale. When I snuck out without this holy grail, my mother would take one look at me when I came back inside, and she would start to peel a potato. As strange of a reaction this may have seemed, potatoes are believed to naturally lighten skin due to their natural bleaching properties. She placed the thin potato slices all over my face, all while woefully muttering that I should have stayed indoors during the sweltering summer days. From a very young and absorbent period of my life, I was surrounded by people and media that glorified light skin. Growing up in an Asian household, I'd see my mom use whitening creams and masks, and I even helped her order them online. I would watch skin whitening and brightening cream advertisements on television in between my shows. Even as a child, when I met up with my distant relatives, They'd condescendingly exclaim, "You're so dark," or "She's gotten so tan." It was all dismissed, however, as normal, and it is important to know that none of these people were purposely trying to hurt me in any way. These people were truly trying to look out for my best interests. And as a result, I began to believe as a young girl that my tan was bad. I'm not the only one who carried this insecurity. People all over the world still carry the same social burden and this aesthetic expectation that constantly feeds into health problems, societal prejudice, and personal insecurities. Many more take initiative and practice permanent skin bleaching procedures in an attempt to alter their color, to overcome the pressures from their communities. In our environment, people must promote the beauty of all shades and not one over the other. The actions of empowering and understanding who you are and knowing that beauty is not determined by the color or tone of your skin can put a stop to the feeling of inferiority. We must challenge this widespread notion that beauty, success, and opportunity are defined by one's skin tone. We cannot continue to accept these standards that colorism places on the self-worth of all people. Only then will we truly see that beauty is not constrained to a few select skin tones and begin to progress as a whole and diverse society. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so